I have said before that if Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 4, or whatever the official title for this game is, but it's probably going to be Budokai Tenkaichi 4, if this game does not have a large roster, then it isn't really part of the Budokai Tenkaichi series, and they kind of just title baited us, where they were like, you know what, should we make Xenoverse 3? No, let's do something that's probably gonna get more money. Let's basically make Xenoverse 3, but call it Budokai Tenkaichi 4, and then everyone's like, genius, we'll make so much money because everybody has been asking for that title. But the thing is, we aren't really asking for the title, we're asking for the game. We want a new game in the series. We don't just want another game that just happens to be called that. Do you get what I mean? Because us Budokai Tenkaichi lovers are not asking for Xenoverse 3. We're not asking for, imagine if they did Kakarot 2 and called that Budokai Tenkaichi 4. I think a bunch of people would riot, which doesn't mean that game is bad. It just means that's not Budokai Tenkaichi. I think a lot of people are not really realizing what is necessary and what is not necessary. The original Budokai game only went up to the Cell arc, even though we had the Great Saiyan Man, which I never was able to unlock for some reason. But nobody complained. Why? Because most of us at that time were kind of little kids watching it on Toonami, on Adult Swim, and they pretty much only got up to the Cell arc, and for some reason would never go past for years. For some reason it took years for them to actually say, hey, let's actually put the Majin Buu arc in this like TV channel for people to watch. And notice, why am I talking about this? Well, none of us were really reading the manga, were we? We were just a bunch of kids watching this on TV. A lot of us wouldn't even think to read the manga. Nowadays, Dragon Ball Super isn't really airing. It's not. We haven't gotten a new episode in years, and it's only been the manga, and a lot of people are reading the manga, and then they are expecting those characters in the manga to be in this game. I honestly want all of the characters that we already got in the last game, which, in my opinion, I do think that's a bit unlikely, which a lot of people would say, well, they did it before, why can't they do it again? Well, for the newer generation, they're kind of restarting everything, so it's going to take a bit of work, especially when technically this is going to be like a first game in the series, even though this is the 4th game. Well, technically the 7th game if we count the original Budokai games. Name a Dragon Ball Z game that isn't some random arcade game or something where we actually got a Dragon Ball character that had not appeared in the anime yet, or wasn't about to appear in the anime. I'm gonna tell you the characters from the manga that are only in the manga, they're not gonna be in this game. You can mark my words. If I'm wrong, well then that's gonna be weird. So we're most likely going to get the characters that are already in animated form. The newest characters are probably going to be Cell Max, Gohan Beast, and the new androids, which are pretty awesome. But characters like Granola, Ultra Ego Vegeta, I highly doubt we're going to get characters like that. But obviously a lot of people will fight, a lot of people will argue, but is there really anything to back that up? Anything at all? Wouldn't we have gotten that in Xenoverse? Because Xenoverse loves to pop out content, even though that game really isn't the greatest. Alright, and then when it comes to that, people are like, well, there's characters that appear in the English version of the game and they weren't in the dub. Yeah, but they were still in the anime version. The voice actors for the game just went on to do the anime. That's just how it works. Sometimes they change the voice actors, but they were still in the anime. So I don't want to ruin anybody's hopes, but these characters from the manga aren't going to be in there. The characters that we're probably going to get are all the Dragon Ball Super characters that you probably have seen already in Xenoverse 2. And yeah. So guys, let me know what you guys think. My name's Konjik, I love you, and I'll talk to you in the next video.
And I can say that I'm great, yeah, I can say that I'm perfect. I ain't the one that was out here saving lives, I was purchased. Now we about to take you out if you try to act toxic. I'ma send you straight up to my main man, Konjik.